Hello students, today we are going to discussing some important questions of chapter 2. The question is, describe the various steps involved in conducting a scientific inquiry. The answer is, scientific research or study is a clearly defined process that goes through a series of steps. These are number 1, conceptualizing a problem. The process begins when a researcher selects a theme or topic for study. Then the research questions or problems for the study are formulated. Problem is based on the review of past researches, observations, and personal experiences. Problem indicates the relationship between variables. For example, what is the relationship between reward and classroom learning? After formulation of problem, the hypothesis is formed, which is the tentative and testable statement about the relationship between two variables. For example, increased amount of reward will lead to betterment in learning. Okay. Next point, collecting data. Data collection requires developing a research design or a blueprint of the entire study. Participants of the study are decided depending on the nature of study. They could be children, adolescents, college students, teachers, workers, elder people, etc. Methods of data collection like observation, experimental, correlational method, etc. are decided. Then the next decision is taken about the tools to be used, like interview schedule, questionnaire, survey, etc. Procedure for data collection is decided, that is how the tools need to be administered to collect data, that is individual to collect data or individual or group administration. This is followed by actual data collection. Next step is drawing conclusion. The next step is to analyze data to understand its meaning. The graphical representation of data is made using bar diagram, pie chart, histogram, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, etc. The purpose of analysis is to verify a hypothesis and draw conclusions accordingly. Next step is revising research conclusion. The research begins with the hypothesis. Okay. Then researchers see whether the conclusions support this hypothesis or not. If conclusion support the hypothesis, then it is confirmed. If it is not confirmed, researcher revise or state an alternative hypothesis or theory and again tests it, and the same process continues. Okay, students? The next question is, explain the nature of psychological data. The answer is, data is any information related to mental processes, experiences, and behavior collected by using various tools. Psychological data are of different types, such as demographic information. This information includes personal information related to a particular individual. This includes name, age, gender, education, marital status, residence, caste, religion, income, etc., which are personally relevant. Next is physical information. This includes information pertaining to physical environment, that is ecological condition. It also includes information about economy, housing condition, facilities at the home, in the school, transportation, etc. Physiological data. This is related to biological data. For example, height, weight, heart rate, level of fatigue, EEG, reaction time, sleep, blood pressure, etc. is collected. Data related to animals' biological functioning is also collected. Next step is psychological information. This includes data regarding psychological functioning of individual. It involves data about intelligence, personality, attitude, value, emotions, motivation, psychological dysfunctioning, consciousness, etc. This obtained data is divided into various categories so that it can be analyzed using statistical measures. Okay. Next question is, discuss the strength and weakness of experimental method as a method of inquiry. The answer is, experimental method is aimed at discovering causal relationship between various factors by manipulating the situation under totally controlled conditions. Characteristics. Experimentation involves manipulation of variables to study their effect on other aspects. Next, experiments are carried out in totally controlled conditions. Subjects or individuals are assigned to experimental and control group randomly. Next, all factors other than manipulated variables that might affect the dependent variable are kept constant. Then we see advantages. Experimental method aims at establishing cause-effect relationship between the variables. Next, replication and verification of obtained result is possible. Then the investigator can manipulate the independent variable according to the demand of the situation. Then it can be performed at any time. Then it is very objective, no personal bias exists. Then we see limitation. Experiments are conducted in very artificial and unrealistic situation. The setting is not natural. Then they lack external validity, that is generalized since they are not done in natural setting. The result can't be generalized with confidence. Then it is difficult to control and know all extraneous variables like motivation, emotion, state, etc. It is not always possible to study a problem experimentally. For example, personality can't be studied experimentally. Okay, students, that's all. Thank you.